Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Victor Lindelof cast doubt on his Manchester United future. Manchester United defender Victor Lindelof has thrown his long-term future at Old Trafford into doubt amid a rough season under Erik ten Hag. After slipping down the pecking order under the Dutch manager, the Sweden international could leave Manchester after 6 years to secure regular first-team action. Currently on international duty with Jan Anderson's team, the 28-year-old has confessed he would have to assess his future at Man United at the end of the season, leaving the door open for a potential exit. He said, as relayed by Fabrizio Romano, I want to play, that's why I play football, but I don't think about that this summer. We will analyze the situation and we'll see what is the best. Romano's report also states Ten Hag himself vetoed Lindelof's departure during the January transfer window as Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan tried to prize the Swede away from the theatre of dreams. The former Benfica centre-back used to be one of Man United's most consistent performers for years after swapping Lisbon for the Premier League in 2017. However, he has lost his starting berth this season to Ten Hag's trusted ally Lisandro Martinez, who followed in the footsteps of his manager last summer, leaving Ajax to link up with the Red Devils. Lindelof has spent most of the season on the fringes of the squad, registering just 5 starts in the Premier League, as Ten Hag continues to rely on Martinez and Rafael Varane as his preferred defensive pairing, desperate to get his career back on the rails and ensure regular first-team action. The Swede will reassess his options at the end of the season unless a dramatic U-turn in fortunes after March's international break, and with his contract running out in 2024, Man United may opt for a sale in the summer to avoid losing him on a free transfer at the end of next season. Marcus Rashford is on a mission, says Robin van Persie. Former Manchester United ace Robin van Persie believes Marcus Rashford has hit the form of his life, highlighting the significance of his relationship with Bruno Fernandes and Erik ten Hag. The homegrown Old Trafford star has enjoyed an outrageous 22-23 campaign, topping the club's scoring charts with 27 goals in all competitions, making this his best ever individual season. Rashford and Fernandez have developed an almost telepathic on-field understanding, providing the backbone for the Red Devils' pursuit of 3 major titles. Van Persie has shared his opinion of a special connection between the two headline performers, insisting it will only help the England international go better. He said, you can see he is having maybe the best form of his life. He looks to have fun. He is on a mission now. Everyone knew from an early age because he broke through from a very early age. Everyone knew how good of a player he was. He still is, of course, but now you see that everything clicks, and that is partly down to him, but as well a coach and as well your teammates. If you look at the connection he has with Fernandes, for example, that is something unique. You only have that connection with a few players throughout your career, and he has that now. He is like going from strength to strength. Rashford has been in fine form after the World Cup, getting on the scoresheet in 9 of his 12 Premier League appearances from Boxing Days onward. Despite failing to find the net in his last 2 league outings, the 25-year-old received a call-up from England manager Gareth Southgate last week, but had to withdraw due to injury. He suffered a knock during United's 3-1 FA Cup win over Fulham last weekend, but should regain full fitness for the Red Devils' trip to Newcastle United in early April. The Quicksilver forward has been essential to Ten Hag's bid to help the club secure a top-4 finish for the first time since 2021, and Van Persie believes the relationship between the two has its merits for Rashford's mercurial form. Harry Maguire names his best Manchester United moment so far. Harry Maguire has been asked to name the best moment of his Manchester United career to date. The central defender is currently on international duty with England, where he has retained Gareth Southgate's faith despite a lack of game time at United. Ahead of the clash with Italy, Maguire spoke to the club media and was asked a series of quick-fire questions about his career so far. One of them was about his career highlights so far, and he picked one from his club history and another from international level. Maguire replied, "My favorite match moment is either my debut for Manchester United against Chelsea or the semi-final win at Wembley. I played for England against Denmark. Some might have expected him to stay lifting the AFL Cup at Wembley last month, which ended United's six-year await for silverware, but Maguire also shone some light on other elements of life at United, saying he sits next to Scott McTominay in the dressing room. Also, he said that Christian Eriksen is the first one into the training ground every day, underlining how another of Erik ten Hag's summer signings is setting and lifting standards at Carrington. Plenty has been said and written about Maguire's United future, which looks set to come to a head at the end of the season. It seems he will end up being one of a few players who are not in the first team picture all that regularly, who can also raise funds for the club in the market. It's important that United sell well, because even just getting a top midfielder and a striker will cost a huge amount before even factoring in a potential new goalkeeper, a right back, and adding cover at centre back if Maguire does go. For the time being, he will probably get two full games for England, which should boost his confidence and sharpness as we go into the business end of the season. Bruno Fernandes creates 8 goal scoring chances in Portugal when Manchester United star Bruno Fernandes was at his creative best as Portugal's Euro 2024 qualifying campaign got off to a winning start. The first aspect to note about Portugal's match against Liechtenstein was that it was a major mismatch, the ninth team in the FIFA World Ranking versus the 198th. But this was also exactly what Portugal needed after a miserable exit from World Cup 2022 in the quarter-finals against Morocco. With a new manager Roberto Martinez taking charge of his first match, a soft clash against Minos was the dream first fixture for Portugal to kick off a new era. Even against a weaker opponent, top stars will need to have the right mentality to deliver. Bruno Fernandes stepped up to make his mark. Fernandes created 8 goal scoring chances as Portugal countered to a 4-0 victory with the 3 goals in the second half. The Manchester United playmaker featured for 89 minutes, touching the ball 87 times. Fernandes' former United teammate Cristiano Ronaldo was on the score sheet twice, netting a penalty and a free kick. Ronaldo is now up to a staggering 120 international goals after explaining he is a better man after coming to terms with his United exit. Goals player ratings graded Fernandes' performances a 8 out of 10, while FotMob awarded him with 8.3 rating. Fernandes fell short of getting on the score sheet himself, landing just one of his 3 efforts on target. This was his 54th international appearance. Unfortunately, the game added more minutes to Fernandes' clock this season. This was his 52nd game for club and country, with 44 for United and 8 for Portugal. But with this as Portugal's first match under a new manager, it was one he was keen not to miss. Another fixture against 92nd ranked Luxembourg follows on Sunday. Fernandes' United teammate Diogo Dalot was an unused substitute, with Joao Cancelo selected at right wing back in Martinez's new system. Luke Shaw red card is a boost for Manchester United. Manchester United defender Luke Shaw has been sent off for England against Italy, and where Manchester United are concerned, this is actually good news. Luke Shaw was shown a red card with England leading 2-1 in Naples. He was dismissed for receiving 2 yellow cards in quick succession. The first came for time wasting, with the second coming as he committed a foul to break up play with Italy counter-attacking with Harry Maguire down injured. Manchester United need as many players receiving rest as possible, and this red card means Luke Shaw's international break is over. England face Ukraine on Sunday in another Euro 2024 qualifier. As England's first choice left back, Shaw was expected to start again. Now the defender will face a one-game suspension and will miss the fixture with Ukraine. Shaw can be expected to now return to Carrington to link up with his Manchester United teammates a few days early. United forward Marcus Rashford is already missing England's game with a minor injury, pulling out of the squad. It will leave Harry Maguire as the only United player still with England, and he is only a backup for United at this stage rather than a first choice. Manchester United return to action on April 2 away at Newcastle United. This is the first of 9 games Manchester United will play in the month of April in 3 competitions. An extra few days of rest will help Shaw, who has made 35 appearances for United already this season, despite the extra help from Tyrell Malacia at left back. This was the first time Luke Shaw has been sent off since a red card received for United against West Ham way back in 2015. Man United following Roma and Juventus target David Fratesi. Manchester United are keeping a close eye on David Fratesi, who is also on the radar of Roma and Juventus, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Italy international currently plays for Sassuolo in Serie A, but he has been touted to secure a bigger challenge during the summer's transfer window. Roma and Juventus have already expressed an interest in signing him, and it has been reported that the latter have made contact with his agent and Sassuolo. However, the duo are not alone in the race. Gazzetta dello Sport claim that United are also interested and have been following him closely for some time. Back in November last year, it was reported that United were keeping tabs on the 23-year-old and he could be priced away for 30 million euros from Sassuolo. United did not make an approach in January, and it's left to be seen whether they will make a genuine effort to land his services at the end of the campaign. In the current season, Fratesi has had a pass accuracy of just 78%, but he has caught the eye with his offensive and defensive contributions for his club. The Italian has found the back of the net on 6 occasions from open play, while he has won an impressive 1.8 tackles and 5.1 duels per appearance for Sassuolo. His statistics are quite good for a central midfielder, but manager Erik ten Hag may prefer a new signing who could provide more control in the center of the park. As things stand, Christian Eriksen has been United's best distributor from midfield, and he has averaged just over 83% when it comes to successful passes. Hence, the Red Devils need a marquee midfield signing with a pass accuracy of 90%. Plus, there are no surprises that Ten Hag is still keen on Frankie de Jong. Manchester United target Victor Osimina says he wants to stay at Napoli for a long time. Manchester United target Victor Osimina has reiterated his love for Naples and said he wants to stay with Gili Azzurri for a long time. United's interest in Osimina is well known. The Nigerian superstar is at the top of Erik ten Hag's wish list, with the Dutchman keen to secure the services of a world-class goal scorer who will elevate the team's performance levels. Also high on United's priorities is Harry Kane. However, the Red Devils are conscious of the obstacles that must be overcome before luring the England captain to Old Trafford. Osimhen gave an interview to LGBT TV Sports via Calciomercato, where he discussed several issues including Napoli's title ambitions, his future beyond this season, and his relationship with Napoli supporters. Osimhen detailed his injury struggles, dating as far back as when he was in Germany with Wolfsburg. Osimhen revealed how he had surgery on his right knee on 3 occasions. He also suffered a shoulder injury which required to be operated on too. In Italy, a combination of COVID and a right hand injury stunted the player's adaptation to the Serie A. Osimhen stated on his recovery and incredible return from the physical setback. He said, "All of these things defined my career and my life. I knew when I came back I could fulfill my wishes and silence those who didn't believe in me. Last season, I had a bad injury to my face. It was a bad moment, and again, I had to undergo surgery. It was hard for me, but I surrounded myself with my loved ones, and it helped me heal faster. I am happy to have a mask today to protect me. Now, I am extremely proud of myself. I am collecting crazy numbers, and this is good for me and for Napoli, my team. Now we are in the running to become champions and celebrate. I will give my all in the next matches to make sure that my dreams come true. I can't wait. The Scudetto is coming true. The 24-year-old shed light on what life is like under the management of Luciano Spalletti. As per Osimhen, he shares the same mentality as Spalletti and the desire to win at whatever cost. Osimhen revealed that as one of the senior players in the dressing room, alongside Mario Rui and Di Lorenzo, it squarely falls on them to outline to the other younger players just what it means to play for Napoli. Osimhen conveyed that it's his wish to remain in the city for many years as he feels an obligation to reciprocate the love he has been shown by the fans. It remains to be seen whether the forward's comments leave a possible switch to the theatre of dreams. Will United persist and push on, or will they be discouraged by the player's instance that his future still lies at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium? I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.